So the Blues, 21 after 9.
Oh.
Nicely played. Waited for it and just picked it off nicely through mid-wicket. Pick up 3 runs there. A little tap back. That was good batting. Just waited on the loose ball. Had to wait a couple of overs for it. But when you get it, you've got to play the right shot, and he did that.
It's a ball that he probably should have tried to hit straight back at Michael Bevan. There's no fieldsman behind him, as you can see. He's just tried to whip that one. Montong won't mind seeing that. It's a huge gap straight down the ground if you can get it there. Straight, that's my boy. That's 4. Good answer.
Well, Mail, he'll take them all day. He's a big onside player. If he gets a full toss, and that was 1.5 foot outside off stump, but he knew the mid-on was wide and very shallow, and he smashed it straight down the ground for 4.
Quicker one. Mail saw it quickly. Nice shot. When you get a loose ball from a spinner, finger spinner, you've got to be able to put it away, and that was a good shot. It was short, a little bit of width to it, and hammered nicely through the gap on the offside.
And then he just stroked it away.
Little outside edge. This will run away down to the boundary. Not a fully intended shot. Greg Maher was quick to have a look around to make sure that that had gone to ground safely. It did that.
Well, they're the ones that don't impress you as a pass bowler. He is not smiling. I noticed that. It's a good delivery. He's just turned the blade on it there. I don't know whether he meant it or not. He's just keeping the ball out, and it's just turned out it's gone through the gap.
It's been hard work for the Blue Baggers, New South Wales, the 2 Blues. 46 not out off 156, just over 3.5 hours. And that might go for 4, and it probably will. It does, and that's his 50, Stacky. He's played brilliantly, but at the same time, he's that one of these players. There's so many stroke players in their team. They just need a guy to bat the innings, and he raises his bat, and he's quite happy with that 50. He's had a pretty good season as well.
Yeah, he's just learning the game in his 3rd year for New South Wales. Gutsy cricketer. He's not going to be the type of guy, do know, that's people are going to storm through the turnstiles to see, but you can't have everyone's an attacking player. And on a couple of occasions we've seen him, he's held the New South Wales innings together, and he's doing it again here. And that'll probably be out, and that is out. The Yorker pitched right up there, and I will think that we'll see this one of the easiest decisions that umpire Parry, who's had a very good game in this match, has probably made.
Well, the major thing here is watch the head of Greg Maher. Falls away right over. Good first sign of reverse swing. His head's just moved straight over there. Fantastic delivery, and that's exactly what the South Africans wanted. 3 for 149.
Going down the leg side, I had the feeling. That's the way the umpire, Brandon, I think, probably had a look at it.
And this has always been a problem delivery for him. He's such an onside dominant player that he's forever looking to take the ball from middle stump through the leg side. That was probably doing too much. He survives that occasion, but if you look at his short career thus far, he's been LBW playing across the line so often, and again, bowlers feel they're in the chance if they can get him playing that sort of stroke.
That's better. Got a little edge on that one. Picks up 4 runs. Actually, just looking at that previous shot too, Kerry, he tries to hit it a little bit too hard instead of just like the old Bobby Simpson used to do, get it on the face of the bat and just roll the wrists. You don't have to make huge contact with it, just like that. Now that should run away for 4 runs. Now that's the second boundary in the last couple of overs that Greg Maher's got down that area, which is a good sign, Kerry.
Well, as you say, just helping him on their way. He's always had this fine behind square leg game where he moves across the crease. His front foot defence to outside off stump is a much improved, and he even plays off drives now off the front foot. So, I mean, his game has come on in the last 18 months, but it always was going to, because he had some potential. His work ethic is second to none, and he's intelligent.
Hit probably just outside the line, the off stump. May have been coming back sufficiently to hit the stumps, but he played at it. If he hadn't have had that bat there, he probably would have been on the way back to the pavilion.
Very good shout. He tried to get as far forward as he could.
Mate, I didn't know it was Danny.
He went more sideways at the ball, and it's hit him just above the pad roll, so it's a good decision from Bob Parrick.
Nice shot. Straight down the ground. We've seen a lot of shots in this game. It's straight down the pitch before, just like that.
Well, this was well executed by Greg Mail. As we've said, so much an onside of it. This was taken from off stump. Because he's always moving with his head across the line of the ball, he got well inside that. And on this relatively true surface, given that it's late day 4, he was able to just caress it through mid-on.
That's 4 runs, probably. Didn't go past the point fieldsman with a great deal of pace. Certainly has continued all the way to the boundary from Greg Mail. So that was a bad ball from Donald.
Well, even I would have been looking to whack this. You just knew from his body language it was going to be half rat power and wide. And Greg Mail, who's not a noted stroke maker, has just said, oh, hang on, this is a great opportunity to hit a 4 ball, and he got one. And he moves to 21. Well, these are negative signs. Okay, it's the last day. There is some roughage there, but you've still got to be professional about it. Oh, look at this.
Well, that is real kid stuff, that. The umpire just crossing the arms there saying dead ball. But really, this is something that you don't like to see. He's been around cricket long enough to know that you don't behave like that.
Well, I don't know why Greg Mail didn't belt it into the Brawongle stand, because it was an underarm.
That was not good. And the crowd, not that there's a big one here today, some of them out there are letting him know about it. And quite rightly too. Now that's going to be a 4. No problems with that one. That's not going to stop. This is poor cricket from the South Africans.
And the bad body language continues from Alan Donald. He's kicked the bowling crease again on his way back. Mail will take them all day. He doesn't normally club boundaries off first balls of overs through the covers, but he's the premier, or formerly the premier fast bowler in the world. He's doing it at will. This will be a very interesting delivery because he's just not trusting this bowling crease, Alan Donald.
And once again, a fair way back and pulls up pretty quickly, did Alan Donald then.
And that's a cracking shot off his pads. Greg Mail takes another boundary. He's clubbed him twice off the back foot through cover. This time Donald has drifted onto the pads, and this is where he is, stronger than anywhere. Beautifully executed stroke. Boundaries flowing at will here. Perhaps Sean Pollock was right not to give them anything gettable, because they've raced to 82 and they haven't really been trying. Mail and Van Dynset.
Once again, hitting right in the middle of the bat. So 8 runs off the over, but it's the body language that's the problem. It's not only the 8 runs, it's lots of other things that are the problem for Alan Donald. Four runs. Good shot. Just the full face of the bat. And in some ways, Lance Klugener's lucky that didn't hit him on the ankle, because it would have hurt.
Well, this was just a nice half volley. And at that pace, nothing too hurtful. But full credit to Mail. He is presenting the fullest of faces. And he's got to 33. And this is way beyond his normal speed. He's travelling above the speed limit for G Male. And enjoying it, I think. Mad if he's not, because he normally goes at less than the overs that have been bowled, and we're in the 20th over, and he's 33 not out.
I don't think the Blues camp too happy with the lack of declaration either by the South Africans. I think there was a little bit of a nod of the head and a bit of a wink at the before play.
It's a nice shot, really was. Yeah, there's another boundary in this match. By gee, not too many 2s and 3s in this match. So fast, the outfield almost looks as good as your backyard, Kerry.
It's bigger. But that has been the problem with the bowling, and that has been the disappointing aspect. The skill level of the bowling outside of McGill has been pretty modest, to be frank.
Well, he's given that the good old-fashioned whack through mid-wicket. He's given that the kitchen sink. Tell you what, he's only a slight man. That's his 50 up, but by gee, he knows how to hit it hard.
Well, he's got very strong wrist, Greg Male, and he's got a lot of wrist into that shot. He's flat batted it through mid-wicket. Was a half tracker, but the way he's punched that with those wrists, and he's, you know, ringing wet, he's only about 70 kilos, but he can lather it when he wants to. His game's built around defence, but he has a capacity to put the bad wool away pretty quickly as well.
Well, this innings here has been his 10th first-class 50, and New South Wales have a new and established good bowling there. Almost shopping for a nick. And they have a new and established opener now. I've seen him a few times on C7, but this match has convinced me that he's now a fully fledged good opening batter for New South Wales. Quick single on the offside. Bowled him right through him. Well, would you believe, just when the last right to be done, I think he tried to play for spin, and Lance Klusner, again, has got more wickets than runs in a match where it's been a bit of a disappointment, and he'd be disappointed too for Male missing a straight one.
Well, this has landed right on the crack, and Male's played for the off-cut thinking it's going to come in at me off the crack, but it's just held its line and knocked back off stump. It's 2 for